Now, apparently, this is in the news, and a lot of you guys wanted me to talk about it, but like, I don't even know why it's required because it's so painfully obvious, right? The problem that we have is that people believe in the theory, but they don't look at the practice. Because in theory, the politicians should care and they should definitely love their people, and everything that they do should be for the people because they are being paid and funded by the people, right? So it makes sense. But in reality, when you look in practice, politicians care firstly and foremost about themselves, their families, and their close relationships. That's it. Right? They don't care about the people. As long as their seats are safe, then it's fine. They don't care about you. And nothing is more obvious than what happened with the Democratic National Convention, right? Like, on one hand, the Democrats are saying that borders are evil, all types of walls are racist, and erecting barriers is harmful. And they also say that, asking people for ID is racist because people don't know how to get or they can't afford an ID or whatever reason. But when you look at how the actual convention is like, when you look at where the actual Democrats are like, well, of course they have walls. I mean, it's for their safety, right? Of course they're going to ask ID. I mean, they can't let just anyone in because it's about them. And that's, like something that people are noticing and they're hating about modern politicians is the fact that all of them are nibbies, as in not in my backyard. They're lying and they're disingenuous because it does show that they do understand what a wall is. They do understand how a wall functions. They do get why ID is important. And they do understand that, well, actually, yes, everyone does have an ID or can afford to get one. And apparently, to make it even worse, as the press is saying, this comes from the same party that decries walls as racist and insists that requiring ID is discriminatory. Meanwhile, all the appointments for free vasectomies for Democrat men at the convention have already filled up. Yeah, so on the internet, there is this joke that they had the abortion bus. Like, apparently, they were providing free healthcare. This is also in line with what the Democrats believe, right? Because you would look at it and you would think, okay, so are the Americans' fertility rates so fucking phenomenally high that they have to give away free vasectomies and they have to give away free abortions like it's communist Chinese party back in the day, when China had the population boom. And they were like, okay, well, we're getting too many people. What are we going to do about it? And they had like the one-child policy, right? No, it's just that the Democrats, how should I put this? They are so advanced in the realm of science that they have bypassed the rest of the world when it comes to understanding. You see, the primitive understanding is that the stork brings the baby. But that is like unscientific. We progress from that and we understand that, well, no, actually babies come from people having sex. Like that is like the classic, the traditional understanding of how humans reproduce. Like a man meets a woman. But the problem with the Democrats is that they don't know what a woman is, right? Like none of them can articulate it. So now they had to reinvent human reproduction. And the way human reproduce isn't by having sex, it's by opening the borders, right? So like when you open the borders, the population pours in. And that is how number grows up. Like you don't actually need Americans to have sex anymore. Like all you need is to open the borders and the number of the population goes up. So this is why they are strongly promoting free vasectomies. And you also need to understand, like the Democrats are now the parties of corporations. Like you look at the big companies, you look at Amazon, you look at Disney, you look at all these prestigious American companies, they're supporting the Democrat. So what do corporations hate the most? Like one of the things they hate the most is women getting pregnant. They don't like it because now they go on maternity leave. Now they don't have a place there to fill for someone, right? So it complicates things. Complicates things a lot. So if women could just not get pregnant and just stay and work in the wage cage, that would be preferable, right, for the corporations. So of course they're going to support these things. I even remember like certain companies when Roe v. Wade went down, and I think they still do it, but like they would finance that if a woman gets pregnant, they would finance so that she can go in another state to have an abortion. Because again, like this is an important cornerstone of the American corporate way of life. Like you can't be in the wage cage and at the same time be at home and breastfeed. Like, sorry, my bad, chest feed. chest feed. You can't be at home and chest feed and in the wage cage at the same time. So they do prefer. By the way, like one of the things with vasectomies, I noticed that they're being incredibly promoted right now, which, you know, it's useful if you are, for instance, a father of already 3 kids. Like you had 3 kids and you're like, all right, you know, like 3 is enough. I don't want to have any more. And you get a vasectomy. But like, it's not really popularized, the fact that not all the time is reversible. Like, it is potentially reversible in some cases, not that it isn't. So it's a decision that shouldn't be made hastily. Because sure, you know, you have 3 kids with a marriage. But then let's say the marriage goes wrong or the wife, heaven forbids, passes away. And you end up dating another woman. And the other woman, maybe she doesn't have kids and she wants some. So you may actually end up regretting the decision. And like, these are conversations that you don't see on TV for some fucking reason, you know? Like, these are conversations that no one talks about. Like, you actually have to go to med school, and you actually have to see patients, and you actually have to listen to what they say. And I even saw patients that regretted the decision. But like, again, you know, like, why is it that you need to go to medicine in order to learn these things, rather than like see them on TV or having like these important conversations out in the open? It was like really bizarre though with the what did they call it? The abortion bus? That's what the internet nicknames it, right? Like the Democrats just want to associate their brand. See, like the thing that I don't get it is that we have we are pro-choice here in Europe, right? Like every single European country allows abortions, but like, you know, this is not a big debate. It's not like this huge issue. And I think like one of the reasons is that we actually have like sensible limits up until when you can get one. We also treat it as a heavy subject. Like, we don't make light of it. I don't remember the last time I saw a European woman on TikTok with 1 million views going around, oh, I yanked it out. You know, like you see these things in America all the fucking time though on TikTok. And it's like, okay, well, if you're going to treat it like that, and you're being a cheeky little shit online, obviously you're going to upset people. And now, I mean, okay, please tell me if you're from Europe, or even, hell, Canada. Actually, you know what? Anywhere outside of the US, where a political party is bringing in a bus where people can get free reproductive care. Is there like any other political group on the face of the planet? Hell, you know what? Let's do it like this. Has there been such a thing in America in the past? Like when you have like a political rally and they bring in the bus. Huh? It's just like, they're opening new doors. They're breaking new glass ceilings. Like, I'm not saying it's a problem, necessarily, right? Because, like, again, I'm from Europe. We have pro-choice here. But we treat it with a little bit decorum, I think is the word I'm looking for. Yes, we treat it with a little bit more decorum. The way Americans are going, I mean, well, the way Democrats are going, is that I wouldn't be surprised if in the future we will see buy one, get one free edition. Or maybe, you know, you get like one of those vouchers where if you get 6, like the 7th one is free. Yeah. They also never, again, like with vasectomies, they don't talk about any other side effects or any potential problems or anything like that, right? There aren't any. None whatsoever. No, of course not. I mean, to even suggest. Because it's America, right? I mean, they have Dr. Fauci, the avatar of science. He is the science. No, he actually said he is the science. So America has the science. Every single thing that America does is safe and effective. Until it's proven otherwise through a lawsuit, and then we memory hole it. But everything else, you know, Dr. Smoke Camel, okay, we memory hole it. Oh, we're giving people radioactive water to, we memory hole that, right? Like everything else is just safe and perfect. Just don't think about it. Let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.